Alright guys, Epic fucking Slayers here, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing you the top 6 weapons in 1.6. Now I've picked top 6 because there are 6 weapon categories and I'm going to be picking one weapon from each category. This is my opinion, I'm a console player, so there may be some differences on PC, and I welcome any feedback in the comment section below. So before we start guys, I just want to say that my channel in the past week has grown tremendously compared to what it did do before, and that's all down to you guys liking the video. So if we can continue that, if you enjoy my content, if we can try and hit 150 likes, which I think is possible, I definitely think you guys can do it, that'd be much appreciated. If you're new to my channel, then drop a sub if you do like my content. Let's get straight into this one guys. So guys, let's start off with SMGs, as I think that's what most people want to hear about. As with the new buff that's coming to SMGs, where critical hit chance is replacing critical hit damage, they are going to be a very viable option in 1.6. Now, there's only 3 SMGs that I think fall into contention. We've got the AUG, which looks like this, and this is the A3 Power XS version, and there's a couple of other variants, the MP7, and lastly, the MP5. I kind of want to exclude the MP5 from this one, as I believe this is more of a PvE focused SMG. The reason being is that this AUG can actually, I believe it can have a headshot scope to it, and I don't think the AUG and the MP7 can. So with the MP5 you would normally run that with the D3 FNC build. It's very good for PvE, and it's because it's got sustained damage. It's got sort of average damage, average RPM, but it's got the highest magazine. So for PvE then definitely the MP5, but in regards to PvP, which is I'm sure most people are here for, in my opinion, the AUG is the best, and I know that's a bit controversial, and I'm sure a lot of PC players will disagree. And the reason being the AUG is the best for me on console is because of the stability. I think they're both amazing, and they both compete. I think they're both on the same level, but purely due to the stability, the AUG is the best for me. Obviously, on PC, you might go for the MP7, and there's obvious reasons why. It's got the highest burst damage in the game for PvP, so you know, you can see what would be best if you can control the recoil, but on console the AUG A3 is definitely the best 1.6 SMG. So guys, moving on to assault rifles, and there's only 2 options here, to be honest: the lightweight M4 and the Lover C, and I'm sure you guys who play Division know full well that these 2 are the best assault rifles in the game, probably the best weapons in the game overall. Now, as you can see, the only real differences between these 2 that I currently have is the base damage, but overall these 2 guns are exactly the same, apart from one thing, and that is the recoil pattern, and that's what makes the difference between whether you pick a lightweight M4 or a Lover C. Now for me, the lightweight M4 recoil pattern is much easier to control. Now the difference between them is the Lover C shoots up vertically very quickly, which you may be able to control, but for me personally, on console especially, I'm not able to do very well at all. Now the lightweight M4 also shoots up vertically, not quite at the speed of the Lover C, but it also goes left to right, which I can handle much better than the Lover C. I can handle recoil which shoots left to right better than I can handle it going vertically, so for me, the lightweight M4 is the best option here. However, either one of the 2 guys is going to be your best option in 1.6. So moving on to shotguns guys, and I've got this beautiful looking Cassidy here, and also this SASG-12S. Now the reason I've picked these 2, and I'll be honest, I haven't got that much experience with shotguns, the reason I've picked these 2 is simply because the SASG has for some time been the #1 shotgun from what I could tell. The M830 was also very good, but from what I can tell by other people using shotguns, this has been #1, and the reason being is the magazine's high. You know, with an extended mag, you're looking at 15 or 14 bullets plus. It's got a very good base damage. The stagger is high, and you know, it's got a very good RPM for what it is. So that's a really good shotgun. Definitely recommend that. Now, the reason I'm bringing the Cassidy into this one, the Cassidy has kind of had sort of been thrown the lifeline, if that's the right word to use, in 1.6, because this gun has never really been used apart from 1.6, and the reason being is that the base damage on this is very high, the RPM's good, but the problem with this gun was always a mag of 2, and it took a long time to reload. While with Lone Star in the game, that's not the case anymore. Lone Star, obviously, when you holster a weapon, it fully reloads it. So what you would do is you would fire the Cassidy, you would holster it, you'd bring out another Cassidy, you'd fire that, you'd holster it, and the other one that you put in originally would have reloaded. So you know, you're displacing ammo very, very quickly with this Cassidy, and due to the high amount of damage on it, you're actually outputting some serious DPS, guys. I've seen some incredible footage of people using that setup. So in my opinion, the Cassidy in 1.6, combined with the Lone Star, you know, will be the best shotgun for 1.6. Moving on, guys, and let's talk about snipers in 1.6. So, unfortunately, I don't have an SVD, which, from what I could tell, seems to be the best sniper, or what at least most people are using. I think the reason being is that it's like a laser, it shoots fairly quickly, and it's very, very accurate, so it's pretty easy to get headshots. Now, I currently use a classic M4 carbine, which is a different variant because it's the slower shooting sniper, but obviously increased damage. Now, the classic M44 carbine for me has been the best sniper in 1.5. In 1.6, I'll probably say the M700 will be the best class of sniper, and the reason being is for the, at least in PvP, for the elevated perk, there's a lot more verticality in 1.6, which means that the elevated perk will proc more often, and thus you're getting that increased damage from the M700. But so M700 is looking like the best 1.6 for 1.6, but again, that's situational. So I don't know. The M44 looks as though it's probably going to be the strongest still, simply because the base damage on this thing is mental. It's very, very high, and you can easily one-shot people with this, which I've done numerous times in a couple of my videos. With that said, for the other variant, the SVD variant with the sort of higher rate of fire weapons, the SVD is looking like your best bet unless you can control recoil really well. Then I would probably go for a SOCOM variant, like an MK20, like the one I have here. And the reticle bloom will be higher on this, but the base damage is higher. The RPM, I believe, is a little bit higher. I believe on the SVD it's 260, and you get a lot more bullets in the mag as well. So for me, the SOCOM is a better version of the SVD, unless you can't control, or you at least want to get pinpoint accuracy with a sniper, which you do all the time, of course, then you would go with the SVD. Moving on, guys, and let's talk about LMGs. Now, my experience with LMGs, I'm going to be honest with you, is limited. I've only really ever used the Pecan. I've not really used the Hungry Hog. In my opinion, these two are going to be the best in 1.6, though I realise the Pecan has been significantly nerfed. Now, the Hungry Hog has a very good new talent, which basically means that if you kill a target, you get increased damage if you don't stop firing. Now, with the Hungry Hog, that's fine. You've got 100 in the mag, and with an extended mag, you know, you can see that going well over 200. The base damage on this thing is very good. The RPM's on the slow side, but this is a sustained PvE weapon, and that's the only time you're going to want to use an LMG, guys, is for PvE combat. You would never think about using this in PvP, as you'll get wrecked. So, you know, it's pretty safe to say, actually, the Hungry Hog is going to be your best bet in 1.6. As much as I would like to say it's the Pecan, because for me, I love this weapon, the Hungry Hog will be your best bet in 1.6, and certainly the best LMG in 1.6. Lastly, guys, I want to talk about pistols, and this won't last very long, to be honest. Pistols, unfortunately, don't really have their place in 1.6 and never have in the Division. For me, I've been using this Officer's M9A1 for some time now, and the real reason is simply due to the harmful talent on it, which in 1.5 is very good. All I would recommend in 1.6, guys, is you're getting either harmful or cool-headed on... Sorry, Hegig? That's not even a word. Cool-headed on your pistol, and any pistol is very good. Apart from actually saying that the snub-nosed Rhino or the Rhino variants, the RPMs on those I find are too slow, so I wouldn't use them. I would either use the M9A1 with like a high RPM, or the 93R, which shoots very fast, as your, you know, your pistol of choice in 1.6. And we're done, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now, I realise I didn't go into too much detail because, to be honest, I haven't got that much time to go into too much detail, but I've at least given you what my opinion is, what the top 6 weapons are in 1.6. I'll just quickly go over those again. It's the AUG for the submachine gun, the lightweight M4 for the assault rifle. The shotgun, I would probably pick, it's a hard choice, but I would go with a Cassidy. For snipers, I would either go for potentially the M700 or the M44, and then the SOCOM MK20. Pistols, just go for any high rate of fire pistol with good talents on. And LMGs, I would go for the Hungry Hog. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you agree with me, drop a like. And as I said before, if you're new and you enjoyed the video, drop a subscription. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.